Generic cybersecurity certifications are a waste of your time. Certifications such as CISSP, CompTIA Security Plus, the Google Cyber Cert, ISC², they're all a waste of time. However, you have to get them. You have to get them because hiring managers put them on job descriptions just to whittle out people so they don't have too many people applying. That's really just it. Okay, you get a bit of a baseline knowledge, but in reality, you'll never use all that hard work of studying and revising to pass that exam. When I did CISSP back in the day, it was a 6-hour exam. You weren't allowed to leave either. Complete waste of time. I spent many months cramming in information, drawing out mind maps. I then went on to do a 10-year career in cybersecurity, never used that knowledge from that certification ever once. The technology and the industry changed so quickly in that time, it was completely pointless. So actually I had to try and quickly forget a lot of that information as soon as possible. However, in comparison to generic cyber certs, specific technology certifications, such as AWS for example, was fantastic for me. I learned so much, I still use it every day in my role now. So there's specific certifications like GitHub Actions certs, the cloud specific certifications, any technology that a company uses where you can get a certification in it, really useful because chances are you'll actually use that knowledge every day in your role. Whereas with generic cyber certs, you'll never use it. So many of my peers in cybersecurity never use the knowledge or draw upon the knowledge from their generic cyber certs. However, they're on job descriptions. It's just acts as a barrier entry to get in the role because don't forget, there isn't any barriers to entry, right? So they have to kind of make them. So it's not as if you need a degree or anything like that to get into cybersecurity. That's why I say it's pointless getting a degree in cybersecurity. Definitely don't do more than one generic cybersecurity certification, but get loads of specific certs and back them up with projects as well. That's really going to be useful and you'll use that throughout your career. Very specific certs on like Code Academy for things like Python, so then you can prove you can create Lambda functions, for example. That's going to look really good on your CV compared to a generic cyber cert. The moment you've passed the exam for either CompTIA Security Plus or any generic cyber cert, forget all that information straight away. Don't worry about it, as long as you've just done enough to pass the exam, because you'll never use that again in your career. Free your storage space up in your brain on specific certs, on AWS, learning Terraform, all the other key things that are going to help organizations get secure. Forget everything you learned. So don't worry if you didn't cover it all, that's good. For example, there comes a point in your career where you don't need generic cyber certs to prove that you can do the job role. So certs become obsolete when you get to my level. Early in your career, they are important. But as the future goes on, certs at all are just pointless. Then it just becomes projects, really. I still do lots of projects. Good luck. Reach out if you have any questions. 2024 is going to be your year. Get only one generic cert, but get lots of specific certs and back them up with projects. Then you will land a role.